Hello, Sarika ma'am. Hello.
Yes, Aditya. Hi, Aditya.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, ma'am. So I've shared you the live link, ma'am. Please share it in your group so that people can join from there.
You've already shared one, ना? ये अलग है क्या? This is a different one.
Yeah, this is the live link वाला live link that is there session का link.
Okay.
बाकी जो था
अच्छा,
हाँ
earlier you had sent the नई दिशा का ये ना? Okay,
yeah Nayi
okay,
Disha
okay.
page, yeah, that's right.
अच्छा, okay. I'll do that, Aditya, right away.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining on time. We will be waiting for 10 more minutes and then we can start the session. So it's 3:10. We will be starting the session. So thank you so much for joining the session on time. So hello everyone. My name is Aditya. I am here with my colleagues Saman and Ankur, and we three are from Nayi Disha organization, and we all welcome you to our Know Your Rights session. This session has been organized in collaboration with Life of a Special Educator. The founder of Life of Special Educator, Miss Sarika Shah, is here with us. So I request ma'am to please, address the audience.
Hi, everybody. So, I think most of us are from the Autism Awareness Group. So, we are not new to each other, but I would really like to thank all of you to be here on a Sunday afternoon. So, Zoom plus YouTube, we are 60 plus participants currently viewing this program. So, it's a good group for a Sunday afternoon. And on a special note, I would like to specially thanks to Nayi Disha to, consider the time that our parents recommended. And thank you so much, Aditya, and the entire team for doing this. I truly believe an empowered parent and an informed parent can make wonders for the child. So, on this note, I would like to thank all of you on behalf of our group, Nayi Disha, and please continue with your program. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I'll be just briefly explaining you the agenda of today's session. So there are three parts to this session. In the first part of it, I'll be talking about what Nayi Disha is, what are our services for parents. In the second part of the session, I'll be talking about what UDID card is, what is the process to apply for it, and what are the benefits that one can avail by a UDID card. In the third part of the section, we will be taking question and answers from you, if any. I would request everyone to have question and answers at the end of the session. And in case you have any question, you can also write in the chat box. We will be taking them also. So let's begin the session. Yeah. So, Nayi Disha is an NGO that is working to support families of children with any developmental disability like autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, intellect or other intellectual disability. Through our services, we believe that we try to become lifelong partners. We aim to become lifelong partners of parents or caregivers, and we believe that with our services, as ma'am said earlier, a family becomes empowered. Empowered family is the best gift that that a child has. So through our services, a particular family or a particular caregiver becomes empowered. This family, when it goes and empowers other families with similar experiences, then we are able to create a community which works for the development of these children. This is the theory of change that we believe in. So we identified three problems that parents usually faced. So the first problem was that parents were not able to find the right kind of medical professional for their child or right kind of service. It was difficult for them to find the service provider for their child. Second problem that parents usually face were they were lacking the information that they require, that they require to support their child. They were having very less information about the disability of their child. And the third problem that they faced were, lacking the kind of support that they require in this journey. So these were the three problems that we identified that any caregiver would have. Around these three problems, we were able to create services for parents. We created a mobile first multilingual platform, uh, which is called the Nayi Disha Resource Center. So I'll just briefly explain you what are the services that we have at this resource center. So the first is National Directory of Service Providers. We have registered service providers from, from the disability domain from Pan India. In this particular directory, we have around 3,800 plus service providers on this platform. Suppose you are in a particular city. Let's take, for example, Mumbai. You want to search for a physiotherapist for your child. You go to our platform, you put in your location, and you select physiotherapist as one of the option. List of A list of physiotherapists available in Mumbai would appear in front of you. This is how their profile would look like. The contact number of the service provider, the email ID, and the address and everything would be given, so that you would be able to connect with them efficiently. All of these service providers are verified by our team. So the second service that we have for parents is that we created WhatsApp support groups. We have around 25 plus WhatsApp support groups that are managed by parent champions themselves. These support groups create the kind of support that any caregiver would require in this journey. Suppose you have any kind of query, you put it in the group, and other parents will help you out resolving that particular query. So supporting you in this journey. The third service that we have is are the information resources and training workshops like the one we are conducting right now, so that right information reaches all the caregivers at the right time. All of these resources are downloadable, and it can be shared with your team as well. It can be shared with your family as well. We have around 700 plus resources on our platform, and all of these resources are available in PPT formats or articles or video formats, so that right information reaches you and it is in a format that you require. These are some of the examples that that I have on the screen right now, like the Down syndrome fact sheet. All of the language that is used in these fact sheets or these information resources is very easy to understand for a parent, and these are available in three different languages: English, Hindi, and Telugu. We are in the process to build, to increase the number of languages these information resources are available in right now. So all of the services that I spoke of can be accessible from our website nayi-disha.org, and it can be accessible by our helpline number, which is 844 844 8996. Now this helpline number can be also used for any kind of guidance that you require for your child, or any kind of counseling, or any kind of mental health support that you require. It can be accessible over phone call or WhatsApp. We have a team of in-house professionals which would really cater to your query. Now, all of the services that I spoke of, all of these services are free of cost, and parents can easily take it, advantage of this. So we have created an ecosystem of 80 plus partners, and we are a thriving community of 25,000 families across across 650 cities. So this is just an overview of where we have reached up till now. Coming to the second part of the session, know your rights. We basically have this framework. We have different aspirations for our child. Someone wants the child to become a doctor, someone wants the child to become an engineer, but there are certain agents that are responsible for to help the child achieve their aspirations. Now, the most important is the family, the caregiver. The second is the service provider that is there, and the third is the government. Now, government is one of the major agent that that creates a kind of support system for the children. So, in the government, we have this Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities, under which there are certain acts that are laid down, there are certain schemes that are in place, and there are certain institutions that are in place to create a support ecosystem for the children. So, some of the important acts that you should know of is the Right of Persons with Disability Act 2016, National Trust for Welfare of Persons with Autism, Cerebral Palsy, Mental Retardation, and Multiple Disabilities Act 1999, and the National Education Policy of 2020. Just a second. Yeah. So, some of the highlights of the RPWD Act 2016. Was someone speaking? Yeah, I'll just go on. So, so the RPWD Act of 2016, it focuses on inclusion, respect, care, and support and resources that the children require. It recognizes 21 disabilities. There are 21 categories of disabilities which are recognized by the Act, and the act is universal and is mandatory in all states. Now there are certain sections to this act. The first section is education, skill and employment, special provision, social security, health, recreation, rights and entitlement. So these are just some of the sections that the RPWD Act has. These are the 21 disabilities that fall under the RPWD Act 2016. Now it includes intellectual disability, cerebral palsy, specific learning disability, autism spectrum disorder. You can have a look at these 21 disabilities that are there. Moving on, coming to the UDID part. So what is a UDID card? Now, this is how a UDID card looks like. It is a simple, it is like a PAN card, the structure of it. Here you will find the name of the person with disability, their unique identification number, their disability type. As you can see, the person here, Ramesh Patel, has disability type of his disability type is blindness. Then the percentage of disability that is there, year of birth, date of issue, and valid up to. Here it's given permanent, and here there is a green P color mark which refers to permanent. Now there are two types of card. We would be talking about it in the further slides. So UDID is an identification document for a person with disability. Now this particular scheme is implemented by Department of Empowerment of Person with Disability that we talked of in the previous slide, with an aim to build an integrated system from where you can issue a universal ID that is applicable pan India and disability certificate. Okay. Uh, Moving on to the next slide. Yeah. So the eligibility criteria. What is the eligibility criteria for the UDID card? So the person having a disability covered under the RPWD Act 2016 is eligible for a UDID card. So the 21 disabilities that I spoke of in the previous slide, these 21 disabilities are eligible to apply for a UDID card. And the second criteria, eligibility criteria, is that the person should be an Indian citizen. Now there are two types of card, as I spoke of earlier. First is a temporary card. Second is a permanent card. Temporary card is issued to person with disability below 18 years of age, and permanent card is issued to persons with disability above 18 years of age, above or 18 years of age. Now, the temporary card, it requires renewal after 3 to 5 years. And why is that? Because through therapeutical interventions, the percentage of disability in a particular person can be reduced. So that's the reason, it requires a renewal. And once the person reaches 18 years of age, then a permanent card is issued to them. Now, what is the difference between a UDID card and a disability certificate? UDID card is something that is applicable across India, and disability certificate is something that is applicable only in a particular state. Suppose, for example, Maharashtra's disability certificate won't be accessible in any other state of India. But UDID card, with an UDID card, it is applicable across India except for West Bengal. The scheme is still under process there. It is not yet implemented in that state. The single with a UDID card, a single card is needed to get all the benefits that are there, that is laid down by the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability. And with a disability certificate, you need to attach other documents too. So here, with a UDID card, you just need a single document, but with disability certificate, you have to attach a lot of documents with it. UDID card is something that can be applied online, and disability certificate can, it is applied offline at district hospital or authorized center. But now, since the Swavalamban website has come into being, the UDID and disability certificate can be applied from that website only. So both the process have become online. So how to get a UDID card? Step one is the application process that is there. You need to visit swavalambancard.gov.in. You need to visit that website and apply. And here at the right hand corner, you have to press on apply for disability certificate and UDID card. Then a form will appear in front of you, which will have four sections. First is the personal details wala section. Second is the disability details section. Third is the employment details section, and fourth is the identity details section. So in the personal details, they would be asking you all of the personal details that are there: your name, father's name, mother's name, correspondence address, and permanent address. Uh, I would request everyone, before applying for a UDID card, kindly have your Aadhaar card updated with the correspondence address where you're living. That is the correspondence address, and you need to get it updated on your Aadhaar card, because that serves as the proof of address proof, where your Aadhaar card would come, and where the hospitals for assessment would be issued. In the disability details, the type of disability would be asked, the percentage of disability would be asked, and all of the general disability details would be asked to you. In the employment section can be skipped if a person, if a person does not work, the employment details could be completely skipped. And in the fourth section, identity details, you will be again asked details of your Aadhaar card. You need to attach all of the necessary documents with the form. Now, there are four documents that are important. First is the disability. No, sorry. First is the profile photo. A simple profile photo. You have to scan it and then upload it. Second is signature or thumbprint. If the person cannot sign, then thumbprints would be enough. Both the thumbprints would be required, left and right, on a white paper. And Aadhaar card, the whole of the Aadhaar card, the big Aadhaar card which is there, which has all of the details on one side, that would be required you would be required to submit that particular document for the application. Now, there would be also an option where they would ask if you have a disability certificate or not. If you have one, you can upload it, or if you don't have, no problem. Disability certificate is not mandatory while applying for a UDID card. Step 2, assessment. Now the process to get a UDID card is divided into two parts. First is the application process that I just explained. Now the second part is assessment. uh, Once you apply online, you would be getting an option to download the application form and download the receipt. When you download the application, when you download the receipt, on the right hand side, you will be getting the list of hospitals where you can take your child for assessment. Now, like for Mumbai, there are around 9 hospitals which does assessment for children. JJ of Arts, there is this uh, Nair Hospital. All of these hospitals, they conduct assessment for children. So you can download the receipt, and you have to first book an appointment with the hospital, then take your child. Don't directly take the child, because what happens is, these hospital, there is a certain time when these hospital they conduct assessment. So please first take an appointment, and then you can go to do the assessment process. And also carry the receipt and receipt and Aadhaar card document along with you when you go for assessment. Uh, yeah. So as I mentioned earlier too, the list of hospital would be issued on the basis of the correspondence address that you have mentioned. So in order to provide a proof of the correspondence address, you will need an Aadhaar card. So as I said, you have to choose a hospital of your preference that is near to you and where you can take your child for assessment. Once the assessment is complete, once the hospital tells you that yes, you don't need to come here now, the assessment is done. That particular hospital would only send to get the UDID card issued for you. So you can download the soft copy of disability certificate and UDID card from the website, from the Swavalamban website after 15 days, and wait for the hard copy to be delivered at your home. So these are the documents that are required. As I mentioned earlier, also original Aadhaar card of the person with disability, their passport size picture, and signature or thumb impression. There is a particular criteria in which you have to submit these documents. So passport size photo has to be submitted from 15 KB to 30 KB. Then original Aadhaar card can be submitted below 100 KB, and signature or thumb impression has to be submitted in between 3 KB to 30 KB. There is also a document mentioned disability certificate, but that is not mandatory. It is optional. As I said earlier, too, address proof will be in accordance of the correspondence address. Now there is a small video that I would like to show you. Just the whatever process I have spoken of would be shown in this video.
Hello everyone, welcome to the video by Nayi Disha.
Is the voice audible? Can someone please confirm?
Yes, it's audible.
Yes, it's audible.
We are here to guide you
It is audible. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll play the video.
on step-by-step process of how to apply for UDID card via Swavalamban website. To apply for the UDID card, follow the steps as shown in this video. As you can see, this is how its homepage looks like. Once the homepage is open, go to the right side and click on Apply for Disability Certificate and UDID card. UDID application will be open where you can enter personal, disability, employment and identity details. In the
Here, as you
personal
can see, first of all, the name is asked in English. In the second column, it is asked in Hindi. You have to fill the form in Hindi too. So there is this website that is available. There is this website that you can search on Google. Type in Hindi, where you can just type in English word, and it would be translated in Hindi. So just to ease the application process for you.
details, applicants' personal and demographic details are asked. Make sure that you fill all the boxes. While entering your mobile number and email ID, ensure that you are filling the current and active number so that all the details of UDID card will be sent and notified to you.
Yeah, this is very important. You have to submit an active mobile number and email ID so that you get all of the updates and enrollment number of your application on the mobile number as well as email ID.
As a good practice, you can keep the scanned copy of the documents that are required and resize them according to the application form. And then you can easily upload all the documents required from your system. And then you have to mention the full address of the applicant. Make sure that you fill in all the boxes. And once you finish writing the address, you will be asked to upload the address proof, that is Aadhaar card. And if your correspondence and permanent address is same, you can click here on same as above. All the details will be filled in, and then you can mention the education details. Once you have completed the first part of the application, You can go through the application form and see if there are any changes are needed. In the disability details, you will see a checkbox against a disability certificate. If you have a disability certificate, then click yes, upload the certificate, and you will see 3 more options. Kindly fill in all the details.
Again, uploading a disability certificate is optional.
And once you are done, you can press next button. If the PWD is employed, you can enter the employment details, or else feel free to skip the entire section. In this section, enter identity proof details. If you have submitted Aadhaar card as proof address, you can then click on the box. If not, you can upload your Aadhaar card here. Enter the CAPTCHA and click onto the terms and conditions checkbox. Once you click on the proceed button, the form will be successfully submitted. You will receive a 20 digits enrollment number on your registered mobile number. Make sure that you keep this number safe, as you will need it later for login and tracking purposes. Your application for UDID is now registered. You can download the receipt and get the further assessment done for the completion of the entire process. Thank you for watching. To know more or to connect with Nayi Disha, please visit our website nayi-disha.org. You can call or send us a WhatsApp message on our free helpline number, that is 844-844-8996.
So let's do this. Let's do the question and answers part in 2 parts. Now, does any one of you have any questions regarding the process that we have explained, or any question regarding the process to apply for UTI card? Yes. The people who have connected with us from YouTube, kindly write your questions in the chat box. We'll be picking it up from there.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, in that form, no, last details, in that one, EIN in bracket IPR was written. What is that? What to write?
That can be skipped, ma'am. Since Aadhaar card doesn't have TIN or NPR number, that can be skipped. That is not mandatory. You can skip that. Skip filling that option.
Okay.
Aditya, there are a lot of questions. We will be in the chat box. We will be answering all of those. First, you finish the first part. So there are, I think, 2 more slides left in the UDID section. After that, we will take up all the questions, because a lot of these questions will be answered while you share the important tips.
Okay, no problem. So yes, as I explained earlier, the process to apply for UDID card is divided into 2 parts, and both of these processes are important. First part is an online application, and the second is medical assessment. It is mandatory to do medical assessment of your child after your application on the Swavalamban website. You need to first book an appointment for medical assessment, so that that you won't face hassle. You won't go to the hospital when that hospital is not conducting assessment. You have to check once you apply online. you can check the status of disability certificate and e-card by logging into the Swavalamban website. You would require the enrollment number and date of birth of your child to log in on the Swavalamban website. So how the process to renew a temporary UDID card, as I explained earlier, there are two types of card. One is a temporary card and permanent. The second is a permanent card. The temporary card requires renewal. That has to be renewed. It can be renewed from the website only. You need to visit the website and you have to click on apply for disability certificate and UDID card renewal. Then you have to fill up all the form, and once you fill up the form, you will have to visit the same hospital where you had earlier conducted the assessment process. Now, generally, it takes around. Generally, you will have to renew the temporary card in 3 to 5 years, and the process is again half online and half online and half offline. Yeah, coming to the benefit section. So, can we take questions now, someone?
Yes, so I see a lot of questions on our live chat also. We will be answering them one by one. So first, there are a lot of questions about what age group is eligible for UDID. All age groups, people from any age group can apply for UDID, 0 upwards. But the approval of the application, UDID application, will be based on the assessment part. So when you go for assessment, for example, autism is not something that can be diagnosed at that age group, 0 to 2. It can only be diagnosed after a while. So assessment center may not approve the application at that time. So that is one criteria, but generally for all age groups, UDID is eligible. Everybody can apply for it. It's just that the condition should be one of the 21 disabilities that are in the RPWD Act, Rights of Persons with Disability Act. If you want to refer to what conditions those are, we will be sharing the slide deck link in the chat box. Please refer to that. You can also visit Nayi Disha's website and see UDID information resource that is there. There are a lot of questions from Telangana and West Bengal, how to get assessment done in Telangana and what to do in West Bengal. While we were discussing about the process of UDID, you would have seen that Telangana and West Bengal were exceptions in the process, in the generic process that is being followed in the other parts of the country. So while in West Bengal, UDID application implementation has not yet started. So what persons with disability can do there is get the state-specific disability certificate, which can be availed from the nearest district hospital, nearest government district hospital. You will have to purchase a form there and get the assessment done, and they will then inform you when your certificate is ready. You can collect it from there. So this can be used until UDID implementation starts in West Bengal. In Telangana, however, they are implementing UDID, but the process is slightly different. You would have to have Sadaram certificate there. Sadaram certificate is a state-specific disability certification process for Telangana and also in Andhra Pradesh. So you will have to have Sadaram certificate first, which you can avail from the nearest Me Seva center. Again, the process is going to be same. You will have to visit Me Seva center, apply for, fill up the application form, and then go for assessment. And then whenever your certificate is ready, you can collect it from the Me Seva center. Now, this certificate has to be attached in your UDID application, so that you can so that the application can be verified and approved. Also, the thing is, you will not have to go for any other assessment if you have Sadaram certificate in Telangana. So that is the process. However, we see that a lot of parents who have already attached their Sadaram certificate in the child Sadaram certificate in the UDID application have not received any information or any update about their application. So that is also happening, and
the process is really slow there. And what our team is doing is that we are conducting a pan-India survey in partnership with PACTA to understand the challenges and be able to advocate for to streamlining the process in a better way. And we'll approach the government authorities to improve the process and implementation and penetration of UDID project and make the process easier for you all. So what we are going to do is we'll be adding a survey form in the chat box now. Please do participate in that survey, and you will be able to share your challenges, the challenges that you are facing on ground, and this will um, uh, help us share those challenges and advocate for UDID implementation in a better way. So please participate in the survey. Our team will be posting the survey form link in the chat box now. Yeah, so that was about Telangana and West Bengal. We see a lot of questions on that. Just give me a moment to go through this. Somebody has asked, how is the disability percentage decided? So while you're going for assessment, the medical practitioner, doctor, therapist, whoever is taking the assessment will define the disability percentage based on the assessment. Okay. Yeah, again, Sadaram related issues are there. I request you all to please participate in the survey that we are doing for UDID, and please share your challenges. And there are a lot of questions about what are the benefits of UDID, what are the schemes. So by benefits, assuming this is related to what are the different schemes and concessions available, and we will discuss this in the coming section. However, I will discuss just a few. What are the pros of having a UDID card? Is one that it is applicable across the country, across nations. So even if you are availing it in one state, and for some reason you're relocating or moving to another state, you'll be able to access all the benefits with UDID card. And also, government has started to make the card mandatory now in most of the states to as an eligibility criteria. So UDID is becoming mandatory for most to avail most of the schemes and benefits. So it is important and very necessary at the moment to at least have the application done, have your enrollment number, and then go along with the assessment, etc. process. There's a question again, can we get disability for child below 5 years? Yes, you can, but it will depend on the assessment part and the condition. How can I get address corrected on UDID card? Okay, so if you have to or want to edit any kind of information that is there on an already issued UDID card. So there are two things that can happen. Your assessment is not done. In that case, you can go back to Swavlamban website, log in, and edit your personal profile, update your profile. You can change your address, spellings, if there's any spelling mistake, etc. But if the assessment is completed and you want to change, and your card has been issued, and you want to change any kind of information, then you will have to submit an application to your nearest CMO office, Chief Medical Officer's this office, application for the updates that are required. You will have to attach a document of proof with what is the new information that needs to go there, and a copy of your UDID card. So this has to be submitted to the nearest CMO office, and you'll have to request them to make the edits. Now, for this, they have the deadline when they get this application for correction or edits, they will have to complete it within 30 days. So you can always go back and ask for an update on that. And also, just for your information, this is a very this is not a big task. because the people there in the office clerk, they can edit any information on the card within minutes in a few clicks. So keep that in mind whenever you're going, and this should not delay a lot. So CMO office is the place you'll have to visit. Now, are
There is
there
one
any
more question.
charges?
Okay.
Yeah,
You
continue.
can go on. Go.
So are there any charges? No, there are no charges as such. But when you're visiting one of these government hospitals or any hospital that is listed on your receipt, you may have to purchase a form of 10-20 rupees for an appointment. But other than that, there are no charges. Yes, Aditya, you were saying something.
Yeah, there is one more question. Like, what if you are living elsewhere and not the permanent address due to redevelopment of the building? So
Okay.
yeah. You
Yeah.
can answer it.
So by the question, I assume that this relocation is within the city or intercity. Can somebody confirm this? Person who has asked the question, can you please confirm? Is the relocation within the city or you have moved to another city? I'll answer both. If it is within the city, you can still go with the application because your city is not changing. So the assessment center that you will get is going to be of the same city according to your correspondence address. But if you have moved to another city or another state, then it is important to have an address proof that has the name of the person with disability. So for children, it is mostly Aadhaar card that can be there, but for adults, it can be other documents as well. So yeah, so it is important to have the correspondence address updated on your address proof. Otherwise, you will not be able to get assessment center in your current city, and they
Okay.
will not be able to process the application.
Yeah, I just have a question. So we went to JJ for the assessment, and the assessment is done like 3 months. Still now it is showing as referred to specialist. So
Okay.
what does it mean?
Okay, what was the when did you go for assessment? What was the
Must
date?
be on January and
January. Okay, so you can inquire about it at JJ once before reaching out to any other authority for a complaint. But just reach out to JJ once about the update on your application and whether you have to uh, 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 meet another specialist or go for any specific assessment. Just make sure that's not the case, and if and if that's not the case, you can submit a complaint at CMO office or on the Swavlamban website about the delay.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Can I ask a question?
yeah, I just want to make one thing a little bit clearer, and then I'll take another question. So about UDID disbursement. So you see that the portal is saying that you will get the printed copy of the card and everything within this time tenure or anything, but that is not happening post COVID. People are not getting the printed hard copies of the card. So they are only getting the digitally generated copies, the disability certificate and the card on the Swavlamban website. So after the assessment is done and the application is approved, within 2 to 3 weeks, this card is generated online on Swavlamban. They can log in, download it, and get it printed, just like we do for Aadhaar. However, people are not getting the printed copies. So do not wait for that. You can download the digitally generated copies and use it. Yeah, we can go to the next question. George was asking something.
I just wanted to ask you, actually, my son is assessed as an SLD and he has a 40% disability. It was assessed in a government hospital. And I want to know what is the next step for getting a UDID card. So he has a certificate from the government hospital saying that he is an SLD with 40% disability. So what can be done to get to the UDID card? What is the procedure? Could you just briefly tell me?
Can you please confirm your city once?
Pardon?
Your city.
Yeah, it is Chennai.
Okay, so usually what happens is you will have to whatever certificate that you have, you can attach it in your UDID application. And I suppose the certificate that you have received is from Chennai only.
Yeah, it is from Chennai.
Okay, you can attach it in your UDID application and visit the CMO office for further approval. If they ask you to go for any other assessment, they'll refer you to any medical center or hospital. However, after the application is done, you can visit the CMO office with the copy of your receipt and your disability certificate.
We allowed to go to the same hospital where the assessment was done, or a different hospital?
So we'll have to check whether that hospital is listed on the UDID authorized medical centers or not. Yeah, if it is, you can visit there. But what I'm saying is, please complete your application, attach your current disability certificate in the application, and visit the CMO office to get the approval on the application. Now, if they say that further assessment is required, then they will refer you to a particular hospital, and they can also approve the application based on the disability certificate that you have attached.
What is the CMO office you said? You have to approach
Chief Medical Officer. This is a district level officer.
No, but we are in Chennai. But is there a CMO office there?
There should be in Chennai. You can drop your query on our helpline, and we'll get back to you with the right center or the right designated office for this.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, we can take 2 more questions before moving to the next section.
I just have another question. Does it matter the percentage of disability and the amount of benefits?
Yeah, usually all the schemes and concessions that are available are for benchmark disability or above. Now, what is benchmark? Benchmark disability is 40% disability for all the 21 conditions.
Okay.
I would just like to know one thing. My son, he is born in West Bengal. He completed his education in Calcutta, and now he's studying his BBA in Hyderabad. So then, for his UDID, which state should I follow? Because his permanent address at Aadhaar card is in Calcutta, and he's now studying in hostel. So for that address thing, how do we approach it, and what do we do? Because he's currently in Hyderabad.
So I suggest if you can update so both of these states are question mark on the list of UDID implementation.
That's what I was just actually listening, that both the states are question mark. So
so what we can do currently is update his Aadhaar card with the Hyderabad address. So correspondence address has to be updated. He'll have to apply for Sadaram certificate in the nearest. What is the diagnosis, ma'am? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's with SLD.
Specific learning disability.
Yes,
okay.
yes. And
again,
he got all the concessions in class 10 and 12. So he has that disability certificate. But now again, he's in the hostel. So that correspondence address in Hyderabad, he's in the hostel.
Okay,
so that
also another thing for Sadaram certificate, there are only some conditions that they are generating Sadaram certificate for, or the conditions that are eligible for Sadaram, and I am not sure if SLD is one of them. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'll come and maybe visit your Gachibowli office, and I'll just maybe connect with you, because that one thing I'm looking for it, ma'am.
You can send your query on our helpline. Also, please do participate in the survey that we are doing to make UDID process easier and more accessible for parents.
Sure, ma'am. Yeah.
Ankur, can you please drop the FACTA survey form in chat box, please? Yeah. we will connect with you personally over this and see what can be done.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
My son, 16-year-old boy, he's assessed with SLD, dyslexia, plus he's having a pre-existing neurological condition. So, is there any experience like this in the past where the children have undergone assessment? Will there be any multiple assessments for this, or how it is to be done?
So, can you please confirm your city?
Chennai.
Again, Chennai. Yeah, for a few cases that we do for disability certificate and in specific learning disability, there have been a series of assessments performed for generating this disability certificate. I think this is going to be similar for Chennai as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any? Sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah. However, we are in the process of creating a list of hospitals where you can hospitals that are doing assessment for specific conditions. So once we have that list, again, I can share that with you. But for that, please drop your query on our helpline. You can drop it on WhatsApp or via call. Yeah, on weekdays. So drop your query, and once we have the list, once we have a confirmed center that this center is doing specific learning disability assessment in Chennai or in Tamil Nadu or the regions, we will share that with you.
I have another question about is there any preference given for persons with UDID card in any government employments?
Yeah, so in employment, government offices, there is some reservation that is there for persons with disability. 4% of the total openings are reserved for persons with disability, in which 1% is reserved for persons with autism, specific learning disability, and multiple disabilities in government offices. So that is one provision that is there by the government. However, UDID card is, again, it's going to be a proof of disability. So no preference is given if a person has disability, but that is a proof that is required to avail any of these benefits.
Okay, understood. Thank
you. Why UDID card? Why?
Why UDID card? The thing is, ma'am, in most of the schemes and benefits that are there, concessions that are there, the government requires some kind of proof of identification of person who is availing the benefit, and they have to have this data preserved somewhere. So that is why they have implemented this project, to be able to have the nationwide data of persons with disability and be able to implement the running provisions and concessions in a better way.
Okay, and what are the benefits? Main is like, why when we have taken a UDID card, how does it help to the child? You know, what are the benefits that he can do? Does the government give them a job or something like that?
Yeah, like I said, following the Rights of Persons with Disability Act, there are certain guidelines. Okay. There are certain guidelines and provisions that are listed there. So I will request all of you to once take some time out and refer to RPWD Act. It is not a long document; it's a very concise document. Refer to it so that you have an understanding of what are the different policies or the guidelines that the government is looking at. Now, this is a guide. This document is guideline for the government to create programs and implement new projects for betterment of the community. And regarding jobs, etc., like I said, there is provision for reservation. There are skill development centers that are being run. Then there are some private organizations that are doing great job in skilling persons with disability and empowering them through employment opportunities. You can get this information on our website also, the name of these organizations. Yeah, If you want detailed information, you can again connect with the team through the helpline.
Okay, thank you so much.
And about some schemes, we are going to discuss it in the next section. I think we can move forward. If I've missed any query from the chat box, please drop it. No, don't drop it now. We already have a lot. You can, if I've missed anything, I'll just go back to this after completing the session and see if I've missed anything. We will have a Q&A session at the end of the, when I complete this scheme section, so that any UDID specific or scheme related query can be answered. We'll now move to the next section. Yeah, as you can see, schemes and benefits, there are certain areas in which the schemes and benefits or concessions are divided. Travel, financial assistance, assistance in availing
Thank you for watching.
equipments, assistance in availing equipments, etc. Yeah. There are health insurance and what other concessions in education. Can we go to the next
Really
slide?
sorry, yeah, sure. Really sorry, the video got played. Yeah.
I hope it is visible. Yeah. So in education, now these are some guidelines that are there and some provisions. In every school, there is minimum 5% of seats reserved for persons with disability. And under the Right to Education Act also, for economically weaker section, 2% seats are reserved. So no school can say that. Also, after the implementation of national education policy, that focuses a lot on inclusion and inclusive education, and guides the schools, or ask the schools to have special educators in a team to be able to cater to the needs of persons with disability, children with disability in the school. No school can say that they cannot offer admission or a seat to a person or to a child with disability. However, it is the duty of the parent to understand whether the school is equipped to provide the necessary requirements that are necessary requirements to the child, accessibility, provision of special educator in classrooms, etc. So whenever you are in conversation with any school or educational institution, it is important to have all of this clear with the management, school management. Now, what are the provisions by the government? They have reserved 5% seats in schools for persons with disability. In any kind of examination that is there, or any eligibility screening that is there, 5 years of age limit is relaxed for persons with disability. Extra time, provision of a scribe or a writer, grace marks for persons with specific learning disability or intellectual disability, marks on spellings are not deducted, proper seating arrangement should be there. All of this provision is there. National Institute of Open Schooling can be used by families with persons with disability to help the child get education if they are not in a condition to attend a school physically. So National School of Open Schooling is something that NIOS that can be used to access homeschooling. You can read more about it on our website. Also, there's a whole presentation about what NIOS is, and how can you get the admission. What are the different divisions? What was the subject syllabus like, etc. Also, students can choose their subjects of their interest, and nothing is mandatory. Yeah. So NIOS is also something that parents can look at. Inclusive education under, like I said, RT Act is also provided. For NIOS or any of the schemes, etc., that we are discussing here, we will be sharing the link by the end of this session, all the links to everything that we are talking about. But in case you have any specific questions, you can reach out to our helpline. We have a special educator in our team, and somebody who is an expert in NIOS also. So do reach out to the helpline if you need detailed information on this. We can go to the next slide. Yeah, okay. So there are certain provisions under NIOS, specifically NIOS offers these benefits. Also, yeah, I wanted to mention that NIOS is a wing of CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education. NIOS is a wing of CBSE, and it's nothing that is not credible or anything. It is credible, and um, you can use the NIOS certificates, and so it is equivalent to CBSE, like any other normal schools that are there. Yeah, no question about the credibility of NIOS. Now, what are the different provisions that NIOS offers? These are need-based. So to avail these provisions, first, what are the provisions? See, there's additional time, 20 minutes per hour. So for example, if the examination is 3 hours long, the child will get 60 minutes extra, 20 minutes after each hour of extra time. Short breaks, if the child requires short breaks, then that is provided. Provision of a scribe who should be one level below, educational level below the person with child with disability. Use of assistive devices or computer, PC, etc. That can be calculators, that can be allowed. That is allowed. Appropriate seating arrangement again. So these are some of the provisions that NIOS offers for children with disability. To avail these, you will have to submit an application to the regional director of NIOS. Now, the list of regional directors and whichever is the nearest one to you can be found on NIOS website. You will have to submit an application in the given format. Now, the format is also available on their website. You will just have to list all the provisions that you require, all the facilities that you require, extra time, breaks, scribe, etc. And confirm the disability of the child, confirm the condition, attach the disability certificate if you have UDID card, which is becoming mandatory. So it's important to have UDID card also. If you have UDID card, there's no need to attach separate disability certificate. So that needs to be submitted and approved. Yeah, we can go to the next slide. Okay, so there are some scholarship schemes also. We have mentioned 2 scholarship schemes here. Because of relevance factor, there are some schemes for higher education also. Details of which is, again, if you need, you can reach out to us, or you can visit on the scholarships.gov.in website, and about those schemes for higher education also is all the details and application process, etc. is given there. The 2 schemes that are mentioned here are pre-metric scholarship scheme and post-metric scholarship scheme. So the benefits are more or less similar. Pre-metric is for class 9th and 10th. Post-metric is for class 11th onwards. 11th onwards for higher education also. Now there are maintenance allowance given, book allowance given, disability allowance given. In post-metric scholarship, in addition to maintenance allowance, book allowance, disability allowance, fee refund is also given. Fee refund up to 1.5 lakh of the total course fee can be availed per year. You can apply for any of these schemes as per relevance on scholarships.gov.in. Now, some documents are required for this. School management's certificate or all of that is also required. So, but the list is available there. And if you are not able to find the list there, you can reach out to us. We will be sharing that with you. Yeah. Apart from this, there are 2 other schemes for higher education, and you can refer to that as required. Okay, we can go to the next slide. So till now, we discussed about benefits and provisions under education, the general guidelines, reservation, NIOS, and scholarships. Now, there are health insurance schemes that are available. This comes under the financial assistance part, right? So two health insurance schemes that we have discussed here is Niramya Health Insurance and Swavlamban Health Insurance. Somebody in the chat box did ask about the process of Niramya Health Insurance. So first about the features. What are the features of Niramya? This is so eligibility criteria is there. People with cerebral palsy, intellectual disability, autism, or multiple disability can avail the scheme. There is no age criteria. There is no income criteria for Niramya. Okay? Anybody from any age group or income can apply for Niramya health insurance. This covers 1 lakh per year. Right? 1 lakh expense on medical expenses per year. So like any other insurance, that there are covers and eligibility criteria, premium, etc. So for health insurances that we are discussing here, there is no premium as such. However, for Swavlamban, there is again the premium that is mentioned here, 365 rupees, that can be taken as the registration fees. Submitting, so whenever you are registering, that is just a registration fees named as premium for the scheme. Niramya, for Niramya health insurance, again, we saw what the features are. So 1 lakh per annum can be covered under Niramya. To apply, now there is no online application process for Niramya health insurance. What you can do is visit the nearest registered organization. So there is National Trust, and there are organizations registered to National Trust. Now, the list of these organizations is available on the website of National Trust. Ankur will be posting the link to the National Trust website. Please visit the website, and you can find all these information, everything that I'm mentioning there. The application process, etc. Everything, the claim process, application process, what is the third-party agency, everything is available there. Ankur, please do post the Niramya link in the chat box. So you will have to visit the registered organization. This must be an NGO or some other organization. You will have to submit an application form attaching the photo of the child, identity proof, income certificate. Again, there is no income criteria. However, they require an income certificate with the application. The disability certificate or UDID is required. So all of these documents need to be attached. A registration fees of 250 rupees or 500 rupees based on whether the family is below poverty line or not is submitted with the application. Now they send it to the National Trust where the application is approved. After the application is approved, you will receive, you will be able to download the Niramya e-card from Health ID card. Niramya card from National Trust. And we'll see how it looks and what are the breakage of 1 lakh in the next slide. But first, what is Swavlamban and who can avail it? Swavlamban health insurance is another health insurance scheme. Jisme 2 lakh per annum is covered. So, but this is more like a family insurance that covers person with disability, spouse, and 2 children. Age group is 0 to 65 years. Now here is a income criteria for availing this scheme, which is the family income should be less than 3 lakh per year. And again, there is a registration premium fees that is required, 365 rupees per year. Both Niramya and Swavlamban has to be renewed every year. Now, again, there is no online application process for Swavlamban health insurance. You can visit any of the nearest implementing agency, which can be a CRC. CRCs are the composite regional centers. You can visit them or your nearest social welfare office or your government district. If you do not find any of these, you can visit the district hospital, government hospital, and inquire about the application for these things. Also, there on district level, the name can be different, but there are district disability empowerment officers So this is a district level body and should be in every city. So however, the name may differ from region to region. We can go to the next slide. Yeah, this is how the Niramya health card looks like, which you can download from the National Trust once your application is approved. And here you can also see the breakage of the total 1 lakh amount for Niramya. 55,000 or so is reserved for any kind of hospitalization or surgery, etc. involved. 15,000 is reserved for general OPD, yeah, 15,000, 18,000 is reserved, I guess. No, sorry, it's 19,000. So 15,000 for general OPD and 4,000 is for any kind of dental procedure that is required. Again, 20,000 per annum can be spent on therapies or any ongoing any kind of therapeutic intervention that you're taking. So all of this is available. The guidelines are there, and all of this is again available on the Niramya website. So if you are not able to find the Niramya website, or if in case the link doesn't work, because sometimes it happens, you can visit the National Trust website, go under the schemes section, select Niramya, and you'll find all the details there. We can go to the next slide. Now, EDIP scheme. What is EDIP scheme? This is for assistance to disabled persons for purchase and fitting of assistive devices, aids and appliances. And a major feature of this is the surgery for cochlear implant under the EDIP scheme. Again, this is for persons with cerebral palsy, intellectual disability, autism, and multiple disabilities. Now, there is an income criteria here. So with families who have income less than 22,500 per month, they can avail 100% concession on all assistive devices that are given under the scheme. And they can avail again cochlear implant surgery. So cochlear implant surgery is for hearing impairment. So children who have a hearing impairment, it may not be relevant to you, but if you know somebody or any family that may need this, you can let them know about EDIP scheme, that it does cochlear implant surgery under concessional rates. So 100% concession is given for aids and appliances, assistive devices. So what kind of aids and appliances are distributed or provided under the scheme? So prosthetics, wheelchair, etc. Learning and communication equipments, educational kits, teaching and learning material. All of this is provided under EDIP scheme. Now, there are 9 different national institutions that are the implementing agencies for EDIP scheme. The list again is given online, and if you require it, if you're not able to find it, let us know, we'll share it. So when I'm saying let us know, I mean reach out to us on our helpline. Yeah, so again, so there are 9 implementing agencies across the country, but if none of these is close to you, or you're not able to, am I audible? I'm sorry, my connection is a little poor. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. No problem.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're not able to locate any of the implementing agencies near you, you can again visit the different government bodies that are there: the Social Welfare Office, the District Disability Empowerment Officer, CMO Office, District Hospital. All of these should have information about these schemes and will be able to help you in application. We can go to the next slide. Okay, travel concession. So this is usually very important for families. We are discussing about railway and bus concessions here in the slide. However, apart from this, in air travel, Air India provides concessional rate tickets for persons with vision impairment and locomotor disability, right? So that is one disclaimer. So apart from that, on bus and railway you can avail 50 to 70%, 75% concession on the ticket of person with disability, and 25% concession on the ticket of one escort, a person traveling with them. Now, on airports, so assistance and wheelchair, etc., is provided. Priority check-in is provided if the person has, say, UDID card, or if in case the disability is invisible. Again, bus concessions, again, the rates or the process may vary from state to state, but your any of the nearest bus depot would be able to provide you with the application form for concessional rates. This card, whatever they make. For railways, however, there's a disability card that is issued by the railways, and the application is process is discussed in the next slide. We can go to the next slide. So, Indian Railway Concession Card, you can apply for this online on divyangjan.rail.in. However, if you're not comfortable with doing this online, you can visit the nearest DRM office. No, what nearest is not the most accurate word, because there's only one. I guess there's one DRM in every city. I may be wrong though. But yeah, you can visit the DRM office and submit the required documents and fill up the application form for concession card. Now, what are the important documents for this? Concession certificate. Now, concession certificate is not your disability certificate or UDID. Concession certificate is something that any doctor or medical practitioner can provide you, saying that this person requires concession in travel. So they can provide it to you. You can use this along with UDID card or disability certificate. Again, UDID card should be mandatory by now. So UDID card is required. If you don't have UDID card yet, you can use the enrollment number or the receipt if that works. And if you do not have, if that doesn't work, it's advised to carry the disability certificate if you have one. And if you have UDID card, then there's no issue. Age certificate, that can be birth certificate, any school certificate, etc. And Aadhaar card, and then passport size photo. All of these documents are required to be submitted. If you're doing this online, there are a few things to be kept in mind. The application, you will have to have an active mobile number, so to get the card OTP that is to get the OTP that is sent by the this portal. Also, there is no edit option, so be very, very sure and recheck all the information while submitting it. So there's no edit option. You will not be able to or change anything after it's submitted. Yeah. So the card needs to be again carried while making the journey and while booking the tickets. We can go to the next slide. Again, income tax benefits. This also comes under financial assistance. There are two different sections through which income tax benefits can be. Through which income tax benefits can be availed. Two different sections, 80DD and 80U. Now the features are same for both. 80DD is for caregivers who are taking care of a person with disability. So basically parents or the legal guardians of a person with disability. And 80U is for persons with disability who are earning and paying taxes. 42, again, now what the features are. If the disability percentage is between 40 to 80, then you can claim a deduction on your income tax of 75,000 per annum on your taxable income. If the disability percentage is 80% or above, in that case, you can avail deduction of 1,25,000 per annum on your taxable income. Now, if you are making the filing through an organization or a CA or a private organization, then you will have to I'm so sorry. You'll have to submit Form 10IA along with the disability certificate and Aadhaar card, maybe. But Form 10IA and disability certificate are mandatory. So what is Form 10IA? Again, this is available online. You can just type in Form 10IA in Google, and it will show you some PDF results. So you can download that form, get it filled by a medical practitioner. So who can fill it is also defined by income tax department. This can be a senior medical practitioner, neurologist, or developmental neurologist, surgeon level medical practitioner, and they can fill the form for you, submit. You have to submit it along with the disability certificate. Or also, again, UDID is mandatory for this now. So Form 10IA along with UDID has to be submitted to whichever organization you're filing your income tax through. Okay, we can go to the next section. Yeah. So apart from all, I've mentioned a few of the agencies and medical bodies. Okay, I'm speaking from since a while now. कोई मुझे बता सकते हैं what are the different medical, not medical, government bodies that I mentioned? Name one. कोई भी government body जो मैंने mention करा हो अभी process के दौरान. Nobody is listening to me. आदित्य आप ही बता दो. मुझे कोई बता रहा है.
CMO, yeah.
CMO, CMO office, and which is Chief Medical Officer. Your district hospitals, social welfare offices that are again district level bodies. अगर आपको इनका exact accurate location नहीं मिल रहा है, you can visit the chief district commissionerate office और उनके आसपास ही होते हैं ये offices. So anybody can guide you there. Now there is the empowerment officer. So that is also available at district level. So please have these names in mind. Whenever required, you can reach out to them for any kind of assistance. So now, in addition to all of this that I mentioned, under the RPWD Act, Rights of Persons with Disability Act, two different body, basically one body was set up, the Chief Commissioner Office, Chief Commissioner for Person with Disability. This office is located in Delhi. Under this, there are state commissioners in different states and union territories. So what is the role of these bodies? They monitor the implementation of benefits and provisions that are there, projects that are run for the betterment of persons with disability. They identify, it is the role of these offices to identify challenges that are being faced by persons with disability, and you can always reach out to them in case of any challenges that you're facing in getting any of the benefits or in availing any of the rights that are there for persons with disability. So Chief Commissioner, there's a website for Chief Commissioner of Disability. The link is given here, ccdisabilities.nic.in. So you can visit this, and there is a I think complaint portal also, so you can submit your complaints in case there is any challenges that you're facing. Yeah, so these are some of the supporting authorities that are there, and you can reach out to them whenever required. Okay. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you for staying with us till the end. If there are any questions related to schemes, processes, or UDID that I skipped, please do let us know. It's the right time to take up questions now. We still have some time left.
Hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, my disability certificate is of 2019. So can I apply for UDID with that certificate now, or I have to renew? How many years I have to renew it after?
So, disability certificates do have a validity period. Is it mentioned on the certificate?
No, no.
Okay, and you can still apply for it. Can you please confirm your city once?
Yeah, Mumbai, Nair Hospital issued us.
Okay, okay. So, in many cases, we see that even when the people have a disability certificate, they still would have to go for assessment. So, do fill up the form, UDID application online. Attach your disability certificate that you have. This will help the authorities approve your application or assess your application. And then again, go for assessment. It is recommended to visit any of the center near you that is listed on your receipt and get the assessment done and wait for
Same
approval.
center we can't go. Nair
You
Hospital.
can go to you can. Nair Hospital is authorized for UDID assessments. You can visit Nair Hospital.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Madam, I tried to fill up the form for my son. I filled up the whole form. Only at the last page, Aadhaar number already exists. I am stuck on that.
Okay.
So I tried
All
to
right.
give a complaint to the this thing organization on the helpline, but I didn't receive any response for that. So what problem it could be?
I'll tell you a trick here that we use to find the enrollment number. Now, then it says that Aadhaar number already exists. It means that you would have tried to make an application already.
Yeah,
And
I
the
filled up
Aadhaar
the
number is
conversation. I
yeah.
filled up.
So that means that Aadhaar number is already attached to an application. Now there is no way to have two applications for the same Aadhaar number. What you can do is go to the if you can please write it down. Go to the Swavlamban website. Then go to the check status, check UDID card status. There's a link on the right side of the page. Check UDID
Okay.
card status.
Okay.
There you can enter the Aadhaar number of the child. Check the status. It will show you some status of the application along with the enrollment number. Copy that enrollment number. Okay.
Okay.
Now go back to the home page and go to login.
Go to.
Now you can log in. Login.
Okay.
You can enter the login by using your enrollment number that you have just copied from the status and use the date of birth that is given on the Aadhaar card.
Okay.
And then log in. Now once you log in, you'll be able to access your existing profile, make changes, download your receipt and enrollment letter. That is something you can do. Check that once. If this doesn't work, let us know on our helpline and we'll see what can be done.
Okay, your website is www.nayi-disha.org, right?
Yes, that's our website, but our helpline number is 844-844-8996.
Okay, madam. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, I have already applied for the UDID card. I have filled up the form and submitted. Now I have to go to the CMO office. So just wanted to know, should I take my child at the same time while going to the CMO office for the assessment?
Now, it is advised that you first take the assessment appointment and then take the child along with you because it can be a lot of hassle visiting a government.
So for the appointment, we need to go to the CMO?
Make a visit to the, I suppose that your receipt shows visit your CMO details or something.
Yes,
are there any other centers listed?
Centers is near to us is the Cooper.
I'm not sure if that is authorized for UDID.
It is showing in the list over there to us. In the
Okay.
Vileparle West, it is showing Cooper Hospital over there.
Okay, so the thing, okay, then you can directly visit the hospital and take an appointment.
Okay. Okay, fine. And one more thing, that for the to check the disability, but whom do we need to contact for that certificate? The level of disability or that?
Once you visit the center, they will guide you on which specialist to see, and they'll give you an appointment.
Okay.
Now the
Okay.
specialist doctor will do the assessment and this, give you a temporary report and with the disability percentage, etc. written with that.
Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I would want to request you all to again go submit the survey form that we are doing. Please participate in this survey, this research that we are doing to understand the challenges on ground for UDID and be able to advocate for improvements in the project and the implementation process and make it more accessible. Please do fill the form. This is in the chat box. Ankur will be sharing the link again in the chat boxes. Please do submit that form. We are also sharing feedback forms. If you have learned anything, if this workshop was useful to you, please share your feedbacks with us as well. And that is very important for us to improve. Yeah. So 2 forms, factor survey form to understand UDID challenges and advocate, and your feedbacks that are very important to us. Please do fill up these forms. Uncle, please drop the links in the chat box. And if we can all take one snap, if we can all switch on our cameras to take one group photo. Thank you. Okay. In case there are any queries that have not been answered in the session, please share those with us on our helpline. And yeah, we look forward to assisting you and helping you with your queries. Aditya, over to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much, Saman. So we will be closing the session now. In case you have any query, as Saman said, you can reach out to us on our helpline number, which is 844-844-8996. We would be catering to your query. So thank you so much again for joining the session. I hope it was fruitful to all of you. And do follow us on our social media handles so that you would be updated with all of the workshops that we organize for you. So yeah, we can close the session now. Thank you so much for joining, everyone.
Sarika ma'am wants to say something. I see a raised hand.
Yeah, ma'am. Sarika ma'am.
Just wanted to say thank you so much, Aditya and Saman, and the entire Nayi Disha team. It was such a wonderful workshop, and I myself have learned so many things. So thank you so much for doing this for all of us. So yeah, just wanted to say that.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to conduct this session with you, and we look forward to doing
work.
more such sessions.
It was a great work, and the way you guys have, kept everything in it. I was thinking about it as someone, and you were gonna, say that. So awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please share the feedback. The link is in the chat box, and we can close the session now.
Definitely, we'll do that.
Thank you all for joining. Bye. Have a good weekend.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.